Hi guys. So today we are coming up with our first rush tutorial. I'm playing 2 versus 2 match. My teammate here is playing with Seahawks and I'm playing with Ottoman. Both are classic rush civilization. Ottoman is particularly good in Age 2. They're also good in late game because of their very strong units like Abus Gun, which is one of my favorite unit. And the opponent here is also one of the players Ottoman. Yellow is playing with Ottoman and green is British. So these two opponents are also very good early civilizations. So I'll start with the game, putting all villagers on food, of course, and going for trading posts. There are two options usually Ottoman have. They can either make houses and make church and then do the upgrade for villager train faster from church that consumes wood, which is typically good for eco boost or something, if you are trying to do FF and get villagers fast. What I'm trying to do here is go early attack in second age, and particularly in Deccan you get more wood. Ottoman typically gets almost in 300 to 400 wood even in normal map, so it's always good to go for a trading post if you have it in the map, if you're particularly planning to go for a early attack. And I can also make a second trading post here. I went for the middle one first. Typically they are very close, so sometimes people also try to rush and make more trading posts. I was sensing that opponent is also Ottoman and they can make two on this side, so I went for the middle one first and then the closer one. I'll age up around 800 food, and since Ottoman doesn't have to spend food on villagers in the first stage, so typically Ottoman are the first to age up compared to other civilization. So that's what gives them an edge also in second age, that they start second age early and they can start training units early. And with additional wood, if you get the shipments early and you can get resource crates of 700 and 600 food and gold or something, then you can train units really fast and you can start making units before the other person. That's what gives you an edge over other person in second age, particularly when typically you can't train for multiple barracks. And so now I've started age up around 2 minutes 16 seconds, and I missed trading rickshaw on this trading post. Okay, so we have two trading posts now, and we're aged up. So I'll start redistributed my villages now. 8 on food, 4 on wood, and I'll keep my villagers on food and wood for now. I already have 300 gold from the early crates, and I'm going to get shipments of 700 gold and 600 gold in H2, and because I make a lot of abus, so I'll just keep getting food and wood right now. Wood particularly to make lot of houses, market, artillery, and barracks. Also, I have aged up with the 400 wood option. So artillery costs 300 wood, so you have to always it's always good to age up with 400 wood and instantly use it to make artillery if you are going to go for a abus rush. I got a second shipment here thanks to the trading post and the experience I got from it, but I'm going to wait for a while. I'm not going to call a second shipment while I'm in age 1. Particularly it's better to wait for a few extra seconds, 20-30 seconds, and directly go for a second age shipment of 700 gold, or maybe food if you want to go for Janissary rush. If you want to go for Abus rush, which I'm trying right now, it's better to go for gold. I'll do some treasure hunting and scouting now, and now so we are age up now. I'll put villagers on gathering wood from the age up. 400 wood is there, and next we have called the 700 gold shipment, and almost going to get another shipment by the time this comes. So it's almost like back-to-back shipments in H2. If you have 2-3 trading posts, you are going to get shipment back-to-backs. First 3-4 shipments you will get very easily, and that's where you can get the advantage of rushing your military units fast. So I'll start off with a military, artillery foundry first. I'll go for a barrack later because main target is to make Abus gun first. because my friend also here is going to make X riders, or bow cavalry. We will scout the other person if Seahawks is particularly good in cavalry. They have a really good cav. So there are two options here. Either I make Abus, and which is anti-infantry, and my friend could make bow riders, which are anti-cavalry. But since the opponent is also Ottoman, I'm expecting they could also make Abus gun. And other opponent is also British. They can make musket or longbowmen. So we are keeping an option of hand cap ready. We'll just keep scouting nearby. I've asked my friend to move around their place and see if they are making barrack or stable. If they are having a stable, then we'll train some bow riders. If they are making barracks, then we'll go all in for hand cav and Abus. So I'll start my first batch of Abus here. I already have 500, more than 500 gold for a second batch too, and the second shipment is here of 700 wood. This wood I will use to make barrack here, and some houses and some market upgrades, maybe some villager upgrade also, villager train faster upgrade, cost wood for Ottoman. So now I have, I think, enough gold for second batch is ready. I'll get enough for third batch as well by the time these two batches train. And also I have more than 500 food to train Janissary now. So Abus gun and Janissary are pretty much very good in sync, because one consumes more gold and other consumes more food. And since Ottoman doesn't need to consume food for training villager, so they have at this stage they have enough resources to train more army. Also, one thing very important with Ottoman, you always have to keep your population spare. Always keep making more houses. Your population should never be on mark exactly with your population capacity. Otherwise the villager auto trains, and if your population is exactly up to the limit of your house limit, then the village, that whole cycle goes waste. The villager doesn't come out and then starts from again the whole cycle. So I always try to maintain the excess population with me. And my second batch of Abus is ready. My friend is training X rider. He also have 10 X riders now, 2 batches done, and 2 batches of Abus is done. Now I'm training 1 batch of Janissary also, and 1 batch of Abus. Third shipment is of second age is here. I've called for 5 Janissary also. So in total I will have 10 Janissary to protect the Abus if any hand calf comes across. And if there is light infantry or opponent also have Abus gun, then we have X riders. And for all the heavy infantry, I think Abus gun are very very lethal. So I'll make another house. You see, I'm always keeping the population above limit. And I also done one first research that costs only 100 wood to get villagers 5 seconds faster. And here is my third batch of Abus gun, and 5 Janissary shipment is also arrived. So I have now 10 Janissaries and 15 Abus. I'll just train 1 more batch. So 20 Abus gun is a pretty good army size to start in a second age. And 10 Janissaries to protect them from cav, that's also good. Abus is not if you just have to protect them from getting into hand attack. As far as cav is in range, Abus can also have a pretty decent attack on cav too. So you just have to stop the cav from directly attacking Abus gun, and 10 Janissaries can do that. Also X riders can also do some good blocking. And my 4th shipment has also come. So now I have this is also one of my favorite card when I doing a second age rush. I call the unique arsenal card. That helps us build arsenal second age itself, and that gives a very important upgrade. Typically the arsenal is built in third age, and it gives an upgrade to all the light infantry units like Scrim, Cassador and Abus also included there. Bonus multiplier on heavy infantry. By getting that card in second age, I can make an arsenal and do that upgrade in second age itself. So that's what I always do. Just before I went to attack, I bring this card, and next card also I will go for a military card, maybe Abus gun hit point or attack. So we'll start the attack here on the British first. Yeah, so I've called the Abus gun attack card. It seems his military is either he hasn't trained enough, or maybe his military is maybe on the other side, maybe somewhere on a different side of map. Yeah, so he has garrisoned his villagers in town center. So we'll go to the other guy first. It's better to first kill off the military before they can jointly plan an attack, take them off guard, kill their military instead of sieging their town center. And we see the cannons there because the Ottoman player on the opponent side, he decided to, I think, go for fast fortress instead of second age military rush. He went for fast fortress and called two home city, two Falconet home city shipment, which are dead now, thanks to X-Riders. And now he only is left with Janissary, which are pretty much useless against my Buskan. So I think I'll stop training more units now, rather save my resources and go to third age, because our army seems to be pretty much solid here to take them on. I hope we can destroy the yellow at least before green comes to help. So he's running behind the handcap, trying to save the villagers, and he's getting crushed by Buskan. His army is dead, villagers are garrisoned, so now we can, I think, start burning his town center. At least we'll take down one guy. It's better to take down this guy because he's already gone to third age and can get a better home city cards and better army. So we'll try to take him down first. And I think green arrives there. Okay, some musketeers are not attacking as such. Neighbors can really take care of them. You can see all the red details inside. So yeah, mosquitoes are hardly doing any damage, and neighbors are taking them on like piece of cake. Seems like yellow is done. His score has also dropped to 87, and we are all above 100. So I think he's pretty much wrecked. And I got the artillery train faster here also. I'm training just some more rebels in case we need to go for another attack. So another town center, we'll try to take this down as well. So he went for a third age, and I think he was trying to do a eco boost, making 2 town centers and getting 3 villagers from 3 town centers is like really good eco boost. But it doesn't work, if your opponents are going for a second age huge rush, that to both the opponents are doing it. So you have to play according to the So he's training some Janissary again, useless here, because no point trending in Janissary in front of it. He would rather, terminate some hussars or something. Janissary are, dead. So green comes with hussars now. I think we took down few, just still better, more than what yellow was doing. Once the hussars are killed, I think this people can't be a problem as such. And the second town center is also down. More musketeers, so that's a mistake, usually people do. They keep sending 4-5 units back to back, and that's the advantage, the attacking team gets. Once you get a higher number of units, you kill them, so you keep getting more and more advantage, because the opponent sometimes makes a mistake of sending 5-6 units, and your army is in bulk, so you just kill them and your whole army survives. And despite the opponent almost training equivalent unit to us, they will lose everything. So early on, getting a slightly military advantage over the opponent transform into a huge advantage at this stage. So the timing of attack is also really important. Just when opponent was going to third age and making Falconet and Janissary formation, we just caught him off guard. Some villagers on mine here. Okay. So X-Riders are going to chase them down. I think pretty much they have lost it here. Both of us are almost overpowering their units. Only green has survived. That too, I don't think he has so much unit. He also sent in small batches of army which died. More or like from here on they are more or like playing a hide and seek game, trying to resettle. So I'll just fast forward it for you. What I did is we were also trying to just have some fun. So my friend keep killing their villagers. with cavalry, and I came back to the center, my base, and also trained 2-3 priests from my church. They're called imam for Ottoman, and just heal back all my units just in case they arrive here. So yellow is pretty much dead. His score is 56. He has lost town center. I don't know if even he has enough wood to make it, probably if green lends him or something. Okay, so green has an army here, and he started moving towards maybe trying to save yellow, or my friend also steal some of the crates that yellow had called and his villager was there, so green just killed it. And so green started attacking from that side. So instead of going to stop him, we just planned to rather attack his home city and finish him off. And here is how Scorpion protected his whole army and went to attack blue, and blue rushed towards me, and green can't finish blue as fast as both of our army can finish him off. And while he finishes blue's home city, we can again go back and protect it, or I can train more units at home rather than going back. So he's doing he's made some dragoons here, I see, but yeah, dragoons only work against could work against X-Rider, but Abus kills dragoon pretty easily. They have a bonus multiplier on both light cav and heavy inf. Here he has 2 falconets again, and my friend here has made some crawler knives thing. This is Tashnuke, yeah. So they can hide, and they are they are good in numbers. When they are in higher in numbers, their stats also increase, hit point and damage. So he's just sneaking out, maybe trying to take out his cannons with hidden units, just coming to cannon that kind of a surprise attack. Meanwhile, I think our economy is pretty stable. I've reached 46 villagers, so I'll upgrade from 45 to 70. So green is also trying to run away, but Scab is going to chase him. While green is still busy attacking blue. His his own base is finished. His villagers are dead, and will also burn his houses, his military buildings, so that he can't train more. And whatever he has on that side is pretty much easy for us to finish. Okay, so instead of finishing his town center, he started moving towards me. Okay, he probably sensed that blue rushed his villager towards my side, instead of garrisoning them in town center. So now he's coming towards me. Okay, blue also brought all his livestock here. Okay, maybe I'll also move towards the other side, and since we already have that area. Okay, so green is going back. Since green has all the cap, we can rush back and stop him. And meanwhile, I'll finish all the houses and everything, so that he can't train more units here. Okay, I've garrisoned a few villagers, and rest of them are still working somewhere on different parts of the map. And I'll make this more barracks here, to train it. So it's more of just like a kind of one we are having, because yellow is already designed, so it's not really a match now. Just finishing them off. And here comes blue. Blue started killing his, X-Riders are doing pretty well. They are fighting against all the anti-units, musketeers and dragoon, but since they are upgraded, they are of 3rd age, and also my friend has brought in home city cards of attack and damage boost, so they are killing them pretty fast. Some more musketeers. I'll just fast forward it, just because more of a hide and seek game from here. So his army is dead here as well, and it's pretty much over for him now. So I think it was a good rush, although the opponent also didn't give back a very good fight. They were going for a eco boost, so that makes our work easier. But I think our attack itself was very strong. Even if they were preparing a 2nd age rush, we believe we could have taken them head on. and probably would have done better. But yeah, of course, no such strategy is like you know very op or uncounterable in Age of Empire. But yeah, it's one of the great rush strategy. Aegis gun and particularly hand cav is a really good combination. And okay, so green is on the other side, trying to establish there. So I think that's it, guys. So it was really a good rush, particularly. So do let us know how you feel about it, and if you think it's doable for you, or any counter move that couldn't stop it. So now finally they both resigned. We'll just also have a look at the post game. So my teammate here has killed 118 units. Okay, X Riders pretty much killed all the villagers and also the final attack of green. Resource wise, I think green was doing good. Yellow was finished early on, so couldn't blame him. I was also doing okay, almost along with green. As such, spend wise, I think blue spent maximum on military. I haven't spent that much. Okay. And blue, my teammate killed 118. I also killed 111, mostly military units, not enough villages. Green did okay. You see, actually, he trained more units than us, but we got that advantage early on. And then, it was like a huge army of us versus his small army. So, pretty much we killed a lot. So I think that's it, guys. Do let us know how you feel about this game. If you like this rush strategy, or if you have learned something new, do like and share this video. We'll also come up with more rush strategies with different civilization. Some are the classic rush civ like Russia, Ottoman, and even Germany. But we'll also come up with rush games of some less explored civilizations like Aztec or China. Particularly I like Warchi civilization, and I don't see many players playing with them, so I like to explore them. Here my friend tried Sioux. I'll also try Aztec or Iroquois sometime. So we'll keep coming up with more rush strategy games in future. So do subscribe if you want to follow all those content and want to enjoy rush games or want to learn rush strategies particularly. So see you next time.